Today's episode is brought to you by Quip. Quip is going to get your mouth looking amazing. Also today, we're brought to you by MeUndies. MeUndies are the undies that I have on me. Let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Ghost and Crendor.
Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4-hour recording studio. Recording. Wake your ass up! It's Crendor in the morning! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the episode of Gax and Crendor in the morning!
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, whoa. That you rose out of like a tube on the moon, like Rita Repulsa there.
It's like the Power Rangers guy, Ivan Ooze or whatever. He's like coming out of the
you know what?
ooze sewer.
Can I tell you, the other day, I was on YouTube's short thing, you know, because sometimes when you bring it up on your phone, it's the first thing that appears for some reason now. And the first thing I got was part 18 of the Power Rangers movie. I guess someone put all 18 parts. And I'm not lying when I say I watched from part 18 to the end of the film on this person's channel. But only through shorts. So it was like 2 minutes at a time.
That's
so
so crazy.
Kept scrolling. I just kept scrolling through them. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. I forgot at one point the Power Rangers are on another planet and like a naked Amazonian woman guides them. And I forgot that I forgot all the things that Ivan Ooze, he spits out minions. It's, you know what? It's a bad movie, but I loved it. Love it. So good.
Yeah, that's a Power Ranger staple. You gotta see that.
What's crazy is the special effects are terrible, and I seem to recall them being amazing. Looking back, they are bad, dude. They are bad.
Oh yeah, I mean when I saw it, I was like 7 or something. I don't know. So obviously, when you're 7, you're like, whoa, yes.
I think that was 7th grade for me. I think.
Yeah, that would probably check out.
I remember the thing is this is how I know when kids say they like something ironically, it's all a lie, because
Right.
My friends and I in high school, all the high school boys loved Power Rangers, but we'd pretend for the girls that it was like an ironic kind of love, like we know it's stupid, but we'd all be like, oh my god, dude, did you see when Tommy did that thing? It was all fake.
Yeah, it's oh my god, that reminds me. Perfect segue here. So, did you do anything on Black Friday?
I did nothing. I have a whole story, but I'll save it for you.
All right, mine's not too long anyway. So,
okay.
I wasn't gonna do anything, and then I had to go to Target, so I was like, I guess I'll just go to Target. So I went to Target at like 7 p.m. and I was walking around. Pretty much nothing I wanted. I was like,
on
whatever.
Black Friday? No one's out Friday night.
Well, yeah, that's why I went at like 7 p.m. There's still people there.
All right. I thought you were talking about like crazy people, but you're talking about stores. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just talking about going to the store, whatever. Like, okay, walking around, it's crowded, but nothing out of the ordinary. And I was like, they had DVDs. You buy 2, get 1 free or something. I was like, I don't care. Right? Like, they're like, oh, if you buy Shrek 2 and like Tim Allen's Santa Claus, you can buy Monsters Inc. for free. I don't care.
That's a steal.
That's a steal. Then they had some other stuff, like whatever. So I just walked around. I didn't get anything. But I heard a crazy quote. All right? So I was by the video game section, because I was like, maybe they got some crazy video game stuff. And right next to there is like the book section. There are these 2 high school girls talking. And she said maybe the most high school quote I think I've ever heard.
Go on.
She said, and I quote, like, whenever I don't feel like doing something, I feel like a lame loser. But lately, I've been being a lame loser just to be a lame loser.
I've never felt more seen in my entire life.
That does kind of sound like something you'd relate to.
Am I a high school girl? Is that what we've discovered?
I heard that, and I was like, I gotta write that down. That was a quote for the ages.
Sometimes I feel like I say stuff like that, and no one corrects me on it.
That's what you need. You need somebody to just correct you on it and say, you know what? It's all right to be a lame loser sometimes. Sometimes you got to embrace being a lame loser just to be a lame loser. As
our dear friend SpongeBob said, sometimes it's okay to be a goofy goober.
Yeah.
Rock.
Great movie.
Well, my day was not good at all.
All right.
So the night before, I had come back from my parents' house, and we did the whole Thanksgiving thing together. That was fun. We watched the dog show. I love watching the dog show because I get to see all the dogs, and 90% of them are ridiculous looking. I love a good ridiculous looking dog. So we did all that. I came home, and as I think I was, I don't know when I noticed this, but as I was going to my apartment, all the lights within, I'm going to say, a mile of the apartment building, all of the lights were off. I was like, interesting. So I got closer to the apartment, and I noticed all the lights in the buildings, not just street lights or stop lights, all the building lights were off. I was like, interesting. So then, get to my apartment, press the garage door opener, and it works. So I'm like, oh, well, the power must not be off. So then I go down to the garage. The lights in the garage are on. I'm like, okay. Walk over to the elevator, press the elevator button. Elevator works. I go up to my apartment. I, walk into it. The lights work. But I do see that the clock on the stove and the microwave are flashing. I'm like, oh, maybe the power just went out and it just came on. Like, as I got back, I was like, all right, well, that was lucky. Then I go to take out some trash. And as I'm taking out trash and putting it down the garbage chute, I hear the elevator ding. And so someone's getting the elevator. I walk around towards the elevator, and as I'm almost by it, I hear like the sound of gears and metal breaking.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, what the hell? And I look at the elevator, and it's clearly coming from the elevator. I'm like, nah. And I just go back to my apartment. I didn't want anything to do with it. I was like, I got time for this. I'm going to bed. So that, whatever happened.
Right.
Wake up the next morning, and there is caution tape over the elevator. I have no idea what happened, but they're not letting us in the elevator. And I was like, all right, well, maybe they'll fix it. So I come into the office, I record some stuff with Gerard, and then I head home at night. Still not fixed. So now, just for the record, my parking spot is on basement level 2.
All right.
My apartment is on the 5th floor. So I am, at minimum, doing 7 flights of, not like one up and over. I'm talking like each floor is 4 half flights of stairs. So 4 times 7 is what I'm doing up to get to the top. I'm going to let you know. I've had to do that. It still isn't fixed, by the way. It is Sunday, still not fixed. I've been having to walk up and down those damn stairs to get anything. Mail, to go out. My calves hurt so much, dude. I'm over it. I've never been like, I just want an elevator so badly. I am broken. And they haven't fixed it. There's the elevator does not work. I don't know what's going on with it, but I think I was there to witness it break and was like, nah, I ain't got time for that. So that's what I've been doing. And so what I've been trying to do is make it so if I have to go out, I go out for a long time. So I don't have to walk up the stairs as much. That's where I'm at mentally. If I'm going out, I'm out all day. I'm not coming. If I go up those stairs, I'm not coming back out. So that's me. That's what I've been doing.
Man, I mean, you're getting exercise then, you know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess you could look at it like that, or you could look at it like it's now a pain in the ass to do everything. It's such a hassle.
Well, I mean, it is seemingly a pain in the ass to do everything, but you just gotta see the bright side. Right? You're like, wow, I'm getting in my exercise.
Dude, I'm telling you, one night I came home and I was very, very tired, and I totally forgot I had to walk up the stairs, and I was like, F it, I'm just gonna do it all. I'm just gonna try to get up as fast as possible. I just want to get into bed. and I tried to like sprint up those stairs. I can confirm I probably almost died. I got into my apartment and my heart was like beating in my throat. I was like, this is not good. I was like, I've never felt my heart. It was like pumping. It was like, why, bro? Why'd you do that, dude? I was like, I'm so sorry. I sat on my couch and I was like, I may die right here. I like felt fine. Like I didn't, I wasn't like dizzy or anything like, but honest to God, my heart has never pumped that hard. Note to self, don't do that ever again. That shit was scary. It was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, whoa.
And that was like, how long were you sprinting upstairs?
From the second, whatever the 4 times 7 is.
4 times 7, 28?
It wasn't long, but imagine, so like each half flight is, we'll say 7 steps. And between each floor is 4 half flights. It like goes in sort of a box, So you're doing 4, so it's 7 times 4, and then that number times 7 floors. It wasn't long, it's just a lot of them. So I wasn't walking up the stairs a long time. I was trying to get up them as fast as I could, but it was, I would say, like 3 minutes, maybe. But that 3 minutes was like full Jesse trying to get to the top of these stairs as fast as possible. Lesson learned. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It reminds me of when I started working out after not working out for like all of COVID, and I remember I got like nauseous because I was just like, after like doing so much exercise, you just like overexert yourself that, or I'm like dehydrated, didn't eat enough or something. But I remember, it's only happened like right when I hadn't worked out for a while, and you're just like, just sit down,
Well, I do understand, because my thought process, if I can walk you through it, was I can manage these stairs fine. It's not a big deal. I don't like doing it, but, it's fine. I'm not like out of breath or anything. Going up and down them after a while, it does hurt my legs, but it's not, it's like whatever. You're doing a bunch of stairs. It's fine. So my thought process was, well, if that's fine, then I could just get up these real quick and, I don't have to struggle through climbing up a bunch of stairs when really I can just get through it fast, and so my legs won't hurt, right? That's my thought process. Like, instead of doing slow up the stairs, I'm doing super fast up the stairs. And admittedly, my legs did not hurt. But my heart was like pumping. Lesson learned.
Oh. And who would have known this all came from hearing the elevator brake?
Yep. That's what brought it on. Oh my God. Speaking of, dude, so much dumb shit happened to me this week. I was driving with my mom because I had to take her to her storage unit. And as I'm taking her back to her place, a dude, like, on a bike, bolts out in front of me from his side of the lane. He's in the opposite lane. From his side, through my lane, and then as I'm driving, signals for me to slow down and starts yelling at me to slow down because he's trying to bring his girlfriend across the street. And I'm like, time out. How dare you? I have the right of way here, my man. There is no he went across the lane, ditched his girlfriend, and then yelled at me because I was preventing his girlfriend from crossing. Just wait the 3 seconds it takes me to pass you, dude. Yeah. Well, I couldn't figure. I was like, this guy is just upset that he ditched his girlfriend, and now he's trying to push the blame on me.
It wouldn't be a fun month without a crazy traffic story.
And you know what? It was at the exact same intersection, by the way.
Wait, has every single thing happened at that intersection?
Yeah, that intersection is everything that happens there.
Is that the one with the gas station?
No, this is the one that's sort of by my house, but there's a hotel there now.
So people are just vacationing when they're going like biking in LA?
My entire yeah. It's a weekend, of course. My entire area of LA used to be like an old rundown Shinto monastery or some shit, and like a beach no one went to, and old apartments that nobody lived in, and weird restaurants that were kind of run down, and a mini mart that had, 90% of its shelves were empty most of the time. Right? It was a weird section of the city. Not many people lived here. It was just a bunch of old people. Loved it. Very quiet. Loved it. Over the last 10 years, 10 years now. Over the last 10 years, the area that I live in has torn all of that down and instead built apartments and hotels. So many apartments and hotels. And now all the apartments around me are super expensive. We're talking $6,000 plus for a 1-bedroom. Insane.
Oh my God.
And all the hotels around me are like pretty fancy hotels. So everyone in this area is not only, doing the vacation thing, like don't tell me what, but they're also half the time the kids of rich people. So they have the attitude to begin with. So the whole area is just attitude.
Here's the thing,
it's what I imagine actual living in Hollywood is like, kind of. I hate it.
I don't know why, of all the places you'd want to like go biking, you would pick Los Angeles. Like, you can go anywhere. You go like the woods, you go to the mountains, you can go, I don't know, just like any place. Like, let's go biking in LA.
Well, my area is where Santa Monica and Venice are, which is a real touristy spot, and there's a lot of bike path areas. So there's a lot of biking that goes on in this area. People will go down to the beach, and they'll bike on the beach, and there's bike paths that take you all over this area of the city. So it like checks out why they would do it here. It's that kind of community. Again, unlike most of LA, it's pretty quiet. The problem is that the people who come to the area they don't live here. Most of the people most of the apartments that are in my area now, it's a big problem. All those $6,000 apartments that no one with a brain will rent are now being rented by companies who then are subleasing them as Airbnbs.
I see.
And so now a lot of the people in the area, I think I mentioned this, one of the units next to me is clearly an Airbnb for someone. And the car that parks there next to my spot is a different car every few days. And the hotel, or not the hotel, the apartment complex was like, well, because of this Airbnb stuff, that's why our rent keeps going up. They keep, messing with the market. And so they're like, if you see someone who's Airbnb-ing, let us know so we can make sure to kick them out. And I was like, okay. So I once told them, and they were like, have you ever seen this before? Is this something that happens often? And I said, yeah. Here, would you like me to take a picture or something? And they're like, yeah, if you could gather us a bunch of evidence. And I was like, whoa. That's not my job. You should be the ones every day going to the parking lot and looking to see what cars. Like, how is this my responsibility? They're like, well, if you could just let us know if you see another car. I was like, I don't care that much. So
yeah,
that's the situation around me. I imagine it's a lot of LA. I don't know. A lot of people are talking about online how Airbnb is kind of going under, but here in LA, even my office that I'm in right now, I think I told you this, I came up here the other day, and a van with a bunch of very pale white people was in the driveway, and I couldn't, get in. So I, after I got in, they followed me, and they were like, excuse me, we are looking for a place to stay in this complex. And I'm like, I mean, it's mostly rental units. Like, oh, no, we Airbnb. I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, I guess you should contact the person. Like, how do we contact him? I'm like, I don't know. It's like there's a call box right over there.
You should have just taken a video for the apartment people. Like, hold on, you said you're staying at an Airbnb at this apartment complex. They'd be like, yeah.
Well, this is my office. Wow. This wasn't even my apartment. This was my office.
Oh.
The place just let this sink in. The place I have my office at is a place where many other like influencers and like up and coming entrepreneurs have offices. 2 people live here. The people that own the property and this older couple that's kind of like cuckoo bananas. But other than that, everyone else just works here and is gone. Someone clearly rented a place or bought a place here and is now renting it out. And so now this place that has like 4 levels of security to get in, some random dudes from, I think, Norway came over here and are like trying to get in, and no one's here to greet them, and they're asking me to help. And because I'm just like, I don't know how to help you guys. They're now mad at me because I'm not telling them how to contact a person. And I'm like, I don't know where you're staying. I don't know what you're doing. You rolled up in a van that looks like you smuggle kids. Like, none of this, it seems like I should be involved.
Yeah, that's the best course of action. You just don't get involved.
Yeah, so I was like, there's a call box right over there. You just go over the call box, press the button, should be able to get a hold of them. And he's like, okay, thank you for nothing. I'm like, what do you want me to do, man?
Oh, man. It's a fun time over in the old Los Angeles. This is why I don't know. I don't like the big cities. Like, I don't like being in the city, you know. But I can get why people like it.
So while we're going to a totally different topic now, that's what I'll say as a segue.
Yeah.
I found, so last week we talked about, it might have been last week or maybe the week before, but the idea of food not being originally from the place it was, right? Like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
How tomato sauce wasn't originally from Italy, that kind of thing.
Right.
I found a complete guide to things like this.
Whoa.
And I just wanted to tell you some of the crazy ones because it is totally fascinating. And some of them genuinely are like, no. So this is a surprising list of recently invented foods.
All
this
right.
is recently invented. Okay. Nachos were invented in 1940s Mexico.
Okay. I mean, that
So, I mean, like, that kind of checks out. Like, that seems like an easy start.
Yeah.
Then you have spaghetti carbonara. Classic, but only from 1940.
Wait, which one's carbonara?
It's, you got, like, the tomatoes and the oil and stuff in it.
Oh, yeah, that one. All right.
1944 is when that one's from.
Okay.
You figure that would be, like, an old standard because it seems so simple.
Yeah,
The ingredients, it isn't a lot,
I mean, I guess that's when, like, a lot of people started coming here from, like, different countries and stuff, so they were probably just inventing new dishes to bring over. Like, I don't know, like, this is what I used to eat there in unless it was this, like, actually in Italy.
Yeah, Italy. This is in Italy.
Oh, all right, never mind. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because I know, isn't it a thing where, like, a lot of American Chinese food was made by, like, Chinese immigrants here? That were
Yes,
just, like...
the most popular dish in America, General Tso's chicken, or General Chow's chicken,
Right.
whatever you want to say, was created in 1970s because they were looking for a Chinese food taste that Americans would like.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's actually a pretty interesting documentary, I think it might be on Netflix, about these guys going over to China and asking, like, do you know who this is? Is this general even a real person? And they're like, we don't know what that is. What kind of chicken? They have no clue. It's very interesting.
Huh.
Another one that I think is interesting is currywurst or currywurst.
Yeah.
Is from 1949 Germany. And the reason why is because Allied troops were stationed there, and the Americans had ketchup, and the British had curry powder, and there were a lot of cheap local sausages. So currywurst, which I think is super interesting. This one is one of my absolute favorites, Mongolian barbecue. Where do you think that's from?
I mean, obviously, you'd say Mongolia.
Totally not true.
Huh.
Mongolian barbecue is from 1951 Taiwan. And originally it was going to be called Beijing barbecue, but it was too politically sensitive.
Interesting. So they just picked
So they named
Mongolia.
it Mongolian barbecue. Yeah, yeah.
They just they gotta pick some country. Mongolia. That sounds good.
Yeah, so it was the concept, I mean, maybe the concept could stem from Mongolia, but it's just a weird ass thing.
Interesting.
Yep. Another one, and that's 1962, Hawaiian pizza. Where do you think that's from?
I'll say Hawaii just to,
Thank you.
be the person like, oh, could it be Hawaii? Hawaiian pizza?
Hawaiian pizza, pineapples, ham, everything?
Yeah.
Canada.
Oh, yeah, I could see it stemming from Canada.
Yep.
Well, why do they call it Hawaii? Is it just because of the pineapple?
Yeah. That's it.
Wait, hold on. But what about Canadians? Did they call it Hawaiian pizza?
Yeah. Yeah.
But why do they call it Hawaiian pizza? They invented it in Canada.
Dude, I wish I could give you an answer. I wish I could give you an answer. The next one. The doner kebab sandwich. A classic staple of most of Europe. It's from 1960s Germany.
Oh, that's crazy.
Which again,
it's from Germany.
It rings to me as very much like currywurst. It rings to me like immigrants bringing food and then they altered it in some way.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people did. Just kind of altering what they knew.
And it makes sense to me. Tiramisu.
Actually, yeah, where would I'll just say France, right?
Tiramisu, Italy, in the
yeah.
1960s. I thought for sure this was like in the 1800s. They were making No, 1960s tiramisu.
I just realized like all the Italian places serve tiramisu. I don't know why I said France. I think it just feels like a French thing. I like the coffee and or like espresso thing, like the cake. They like baked goods. France.
Sure. The famous chicken tikka masala. Where's it from?
Man, I would say India, but it's probably gonna be like England or something.
Absolutely. England in the 1970s. Again, immigrants making, stuff that they thought English people would eat. So instead of a butter chicken thing, they made chicken tikka masala. Which is probably because they had chicken tikka, and then they were like, well, let's make this masala thing. And they're like, okay. I think that's probably along the same lines as General Tso's chicken. If I
Oh, yeah, probably.
Okay, here's another one. California pizza rolls. Or not pizza rolls, sushi rolls.
Pizza roll. I don't know. Japan.
No. Here's the thing. This is my favorite one. Some people say America, obviously.
Right.
But a lot of people are saying it was invented in Canada.
Oh. Canada.
Which I think is super interesting because the concept of a California roll to me never made any sense because it's like mayo and avocado and like fake crab and shit. And you're like, what is this?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, that I think about it, like...
You think about it, you got your fake crab. It's like the fake people of Los Angeles. You got your
fake crab people.
California loves avocados. Okay. And then mayo. You just slather on there all day. That's the American part.
It certainly is. It's something all right. And then we also have, and I'm going to save the best one for last.
All right.
But salmon sushi. Where does salmon sushi come from?
I mean, I guess I'd say Japan, even though it's probably not going to be Japan.
So here's the thing. If you were to go to Japan and ask for salmon sushi, they would immediately know you're not from Japan because Pacific salmon is littered with parasites. And so if you are eating fish in the Pacific Ocean, you cannot eat salmon because they have these parasites that are basically invisible. And so that shit will make you so sick. Instead, a place where they don't have all the other fish. They don't have like unagi and stuff. Right. Another place, the place where this originally comes from, Norway.
Ah. Yeah,
salmon sushi was invented in Norway in the 1980s.
Wow, the 80s.
Yeah, dude, the 80s.
It's always crazy because it's like some of these things feel like they're really old and it's literally like it's like it happened when like I was born.
That's what I'm saying. Another one, bubble tea, should make perfect sense. Where do you think bubble tea's from?
I mean, probably like I'm gonna say Thailand.
I mean, very close. Taiwan, very close. But that's the 1980s as well, which I feel like that seems like, okay, yeah, the 1980s. I never really saw it before that, but it also seems like it's been around so long that you kind of suspect it to be older.
Like it's everywhere. People buy it all the time. Like you would think it's been around since, like the mid 1900 or like 1950 or something. I don't know.
Here's another one, poutine.
I mean, it's Canada, but maybe it's France.
Definitely Canada, 1950s. So poutine is pretty new.
Yeah.
Buffalo wings. It's America as shit, but that's the 60s.
Oh, yeah. Wow,
like
the 60s.
all this stuff. That's what I'm saying, the 60s. It wasn't until the 60s people were like, let's make a hot sauce wing thing. Another one that I am absolutely obsessed with is the fact that the lava cake. It's a chocolate cake where the center is like ooey gooey.
Yeah.
Where do you think that's from?
I'm not gonna lie. I only ever see this at like Domino's.
It is from France.
Oh, okay.
And you would think, oh, it's from France. It must be like an old recipe from like 1981. It is as old as me.
Oh yeah, yes it would be. Wow.
1981. And then my favorite one, your favorite bread, ciabatta, or as the Crendor, ciabatta.
Yeah.
Where's that from?
I don't know, Italy.
Italy is correct. Invented in 1982.
82?
I know, dude. That one blew my mind. I was like, no. Blew my mind.
Yeah, that's like something you would think has been around since like medieval ages or something.
It looks like a medieval bread. It looks like a bread that an old king would eat.
Yeah.
It has the look of it, and still no. 1982.
Bring me the ciabatta.
1982 blew my mind. I was like, shut up.
That's crazy.
Those are just a little bit of the many. There's other things on here that's like carpaccio, which I don't think anyone cares about, or sticky toffee pie was invented in England in the 1960s. Like things like that, which you're like, all right, I guess I could see how you can end up from like a figgy pudding to a sticky toffee. Like I guess the trend. But some of these on here is just like, yeah, you got this bread that looks like it's from Roman times, invented in the 80s. Wacky
That's
stuff.
wild. You know what? That was a fun little thing. It was a fun little segment. Look at that.
Yeah,
that was
look
like
at that.
something you'd hear on an actual morning show.
Sometimes we're like that. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Other times, God knows what we do here.
Well, you know what? Just like other morning shows, we have ads too.
Whoa!
Yeah! Woo! And one of those ads is for Quip. Holiday traditions, man, there's some good ones out there, but what if you make it your tradition to start off your new year? Boy, that's a good one, Jesse. What if you make it your tradition to start off your new year with good oral health and self-care routines? Learning easy, healthy habits is something that can not only make your day better, but also reduce just overall stress, especially around holiday time. From treats to travel, good oral care habits can fall by the wayside over the holidays, and Quip will make it easy for you to stay on track by delivering all the healthy mouth essentials you need for the season and beyond. My self-care routine is, let's be honest, I got a lot. I got many steps, but one of those steps involves using my Quip toothbrush and getting in there and doing my 2 minutes every time you brush. That's like the dentist recommended. Got that 2-minute brush, and Quip makes it great because every 30 seconds there's like a little boop, like a sonic vibration timer thing, and it lets you know, hey, I'm gonna like do the different quadrants of my mouth. And so I'll do like bottom right, then bottom left, then top right, then top left. And then at the end I'll do one big all over just for fun. And it's part of my habits. It's what I do. The brush is lightweight. The design is sleek. There's no wires or bulky chargers to weigh you down. It has a multi-use travel cover that doubles as a mirror mount so you have less clutter on your counter. Reusable handles that come in all sorts of fun designs like the best-selling all black and all pink, as well as bright plastic colors to pop on your bathroom mirror. There's over 26,000 five-star reviews. It was awarded one of Time's 25 best inventions. And now it can get even better because you can track yourself with the Quip Smart Motor on an app. Improve the way you brush, earn amazing rewards like free refills and products and Target gift cards and more. All of it can be yours starting at just $25. And you won't be paying through the teeth for better oral health care. Trust me on this, you've got to try it. Go to getquip.com/Crendor right now and get a free refill. Plus, the best part is, it's Quip's lowest prices of the year for the holiday season, so be sure to check it out. Go to getquip.com/Crendor. Quip, it's a good habits company. Also, today we're brought to you by MeUndies. The holidays are officially upon us, and it's time to start celebrating, like, actually celebrating. You know what I mean? It's your holiday. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Relax, go out, get involved in a seasonally themed romantic sitcom that ends up on the Hallmark Channel. Whatever the hell you want to do, you can do it your way with MeUndies. Once those MeUndies are on, you're going to float through life. Let me tell you, you're going to have clouds on your tush. They are so good. They're the only underwear that I wear, and really, most of the people I know at this point, we've talked them into it, Crendor.
Yeah.
Most people I know, they are MeUndies users.
Truther.
So get your holiday shopping started and finished early by making some time for yourself to go over to MeUndies and check out their holiday collection. They've got undies, they've got loungewear, they've got sleepwear, and they are made of the softest, most supple fabric you've ever felt and are guaranteed to bring you comfort and joy for all your loved ones. But mostly yourself. Shop their classic plaid prints for the traditional. Maybe get something a little more adventurous with a limited edition sweater print, right? Or maybe find whatever the hell you want. Available in sizes extra small through 4XL. MeUndies has got you covered. Not only yourself, but, for your friends and family as well. To get 20% off your first order, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Crendor. That's MeUndies.com/Crendor.
That's me.
All right, Crendor, let's go to traffic. How's that traffic out there?
Oh boy, traffic is wild. There's bike people yelling at people. There's car people yelling at bike people. There's people throwing stuff at, traffic. There's traffic throwing stuff at the throwers. There's helicopters. There's airplanes. It's prime holiday traffic and the jolliest time of the year. Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. Now let's go to Crendor at the weather desk. How's that weather?
Weather. You like that one?
I was drinking water. Yes, I love it.
All right, perfect. This week's weather, we've got a request for The Lizard, Cornwall, England.
The Lizard sounds like a rapper I've never heard of. The Lizard.
The Lizard. Well, it says The Lizard.
I want a rapper named The Lizard now.
I do too. Well, when I look it up, there is no the. It's just Lizard, England. It is right at the bottom of England in a country called Cornwall. It has its own language similar to Welsh and Celtic people of unique ethnic identity, and it's very, very remote and very different to the rest of the country. Fun fact, Cornwall is home to pirates and smuggling are. Also, the place is called Lizard.
I'm looking at it. I see The Lizard.
Yeah. Over in Lizard, England, it is 52 degrees Fahrenheit. You got rain possible overnight. Looking at the old forecast here, you got a high of 46 is what it's going to be feeling like. Low 51, humidity 79%. Very humid. Pressure 29.76, visibility 9 miles an hour, winds gusting at 19 miles an hour. You got a 7:53 a.m. sunrise, 4:23 p.m. sunset. You're hitting that 45 on the dew point. UV index 0 of 10 with a waxing crescent moon. Take a look at the 10-day. We've got Monday, partly cloudy with wind, 53 degrees. Tuesday, 52, partly cloudy. Wednesday, 53, partly cloudy. Then you're going to start dipping. Partly cloudy, 49 on Thursday, and then 49 on Friday with rain. Saturday, 47 with rain and wind, and then from there on out, it's just in the high 40s with rain. Hopefully you like that weather. I imagine if you live there, you're either enjoying it or you're used to it. One of the two.
So I'm looking at the map right now. I believe, unless I'm corrected otherwise by people listening, this is the southernmost point of England?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's saying that the shoreline is jagged rock, and its waters are known as the ship graveyard. This place is great.
Yeah, this place is great. Oh, look at this. Here's something. The name Lizard is most probably a corruption of the Cornish name Lizard, meaning high court. It is purely coincidental that much of the peninsula is composed of serpentine-bearing rock. The peninsula's original name may have been the Celtic Predanac.
Yeah, I think that's it. Exactly. Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
What's there to even do there, though?
Yeah, what is there in Lizard?
It looks like almost like a state park.
Yeah, this is like the Florida of England. When you look at it, it's just going the opposite way.
I mean, it kind of is, yeah. Yeah, it does appear to be a bunch of state park stuff. There's one road in, really, to Lizard. There's one road in, and it's the Lighthouse Road.
There's a restaurant called The Witch Ball.
I'm sorry, where is the Witch Ball?
The Witch Ball, 15th century free house.
Bro, what? Where?
Yeah, the Witch Ball. It actually looks pretty good.
I see Wave Crest. I see Cornish ice creams. I see Mungo Lills on the hill. What is Mungo Lills on the hill?
Mungo Lills.
This place looks... Yes. All right. I see your witch ball.
All right.
And I raise you Mungo Lills on the hill. This place looks exactly like a shop on the side of the road in Florida.
Oh, my God. That is an ornament I would buy.
This whole thing is like little tiny beachside ornament things and little tchotchkes. Oh, I love it.
That is fantastic.
Cornish gift shop. Oh, I absolutely love everything about it.
It's got a little rabbit on it.
This is good, but the witch ball, oh, damn. It literally looks like an old-timey, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It does look old as shit. It reminds me of the Hobbit pub.
Yeah.
The Hobbit pub looked old as shit, and this looks just like it. Yo, what the hell, man? This seafood actually looks really good, but they probably like pulled it out of the ocean that day.
Oh, they probably did. You know they did.
Yeah, I'm looking at the mussels and stuff.
They got like a full-on crab.
Oh, this is how you know. Like, this should be a lesson in what to buy or what not to buy, right? Mm-hmm. You have an English, like a Sunday roast thing on the first image, and it looks all right. Then you have this giant fish and chips, and I'm like, I'd eat that. Then you have this giant-ass crab, I'm like, I'd eat that. Then you have this giant-ass lobster, I'm like, I'd eat that. And then you have these mussels and potatoes and beer, and then a photo of the jankest-looking hamburger I've ever seen on planet Earth.
That's straight up like hey, they got the hamburger, and it's like, all right, just
that looks like, I don't know if you remember this, when you were young, or I know we had these a lot in college, where you would get there was a vending machine that had hamburgers in it, and it would heat it up in the pack. Yeah, dude. And it would be like, I know Japan does this a lot too. And you would heat it up, you would press A4, and then it would heat up the hamburger, and then it would pop it out in the plastic wrap still. And you'd open it, and it would be like the jankest. It tasted terrible, but you were like, I'm just so hungry and drunk. And you would eat it. And this looks exactly like that. It wasn't. It's like not a bad experience, but it's certainly not. You shouldn't do it.
It's on the menu because if you don't like seafood or like fancy food or like me, you're just like, I want a hamburger. They're like, all right, here you go.
I mean, I'm looking at the various versions of this hamburger they have, and it's. I'm not feeling it at all in any form.
Nope.
Meanwhile, your other options are this giant, beautiful fried fish, this enormous crab that looks so good, all this lobster and like big, thick-ass French fries, but I guess that'd be chips. And, like, they look amazing. Even there's a giant fish sandwich that looks good. And then the burger's kind of like I guess I'm here as well.
Yeah, that's like a.
It looks
it's like
so
a
out of place.
Kids meal thing.
Yeah, it looks way out of place. Although the actual restaurant itself, looking at it, absolutely looks like it maybe has 6 tables total.
Yeah.
I would eat this place in a heartbeat.
Oh, I would too.
I wouldn't get a
100%.
burger. That makes no sense to me. But like everything else, I go crazy.
Oh yeah. No, I would definitely try this. I feel like I would get I'd get like a lobster or something. Like something they just caught.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's one, if you scroll further down, there's literally a fish that they just threw on a grill.
Yeah.
Head and all. That I bet is delicious.
Oh yeah.
It looks terrifying, but I bet it's delicious.
And all the like beers and stuff they got like they put it in a named glass, so like you know what you're drinking. It's like Rattler Cornish Cloudy Cider. Like
I was just looking. I was about to say I love the Rattler because on the back of the Rattler Cornish Cloudy Cider, on the back of that mug, it's clearly a snake. Except because the text is covering up, it looks like a Goomba.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
It looks like a Goomba. I was like, is that a Goomba back there? That's amazing.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, I think you know what's weird is one of these images, and I think it sums up British cooking perfectly. One of these images is of this. It's one table, and on one side, I think it's a woman is eating this beautiful, vibrant-looking crab. It's so colorful. And then between them is what appears to be like a mashed potato thing and like this very vibrant-looking salad. And then the person closest to us in the camera is eating a Sunday roast, and it's all brown. And I'm just like, yeah, that sums it up. That's
Yeah.
like, you have all this beautiful stuff, and then the British meal is like the brownest, like covered in gravy. It's like, yeah, that's it. That sums it up perfectly. Yeah, okay. Let's go to sports.
Sports. We had sports today.
Yeah?
A lot of NFL football. We also had Thanksgiving football. We'll start with that. Bills beating the Lions on Thanksgiving. I was hoping the Lions could pull it out, but they almost did, and they did not. Cowboys beating the Giants. Vikings beating the Patriots. And then today we had the Dolphins crushing the Texans. Bengals beating the Titans. Panthers beating the Broncos. Jets beating the Bears. Commanders beating the Falcons. Browns beating the Buccaneers. Jaguars beating the Ravens. Raiders beating the Seahawks in overtime. Chargers beating the Cardinals. 49ers shutting out the Saints. Chiefs beating the Rams. And then tonight we've got Packers, Eagles. And then tomorrow we have Steelers, Colts.
Yay. Woo. Hopefully they'll beat the Colts.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
The Steelers are on the same level as the Packers right now, though. I'm hoping.
You say that with like like maybe there's hope, but it's been a bad season for the Steelers, to be honest.
Yeah, Packers, Steelers, ran like a lot of good teams from last year, kind of ass this year, but mix it up.
Yeah. As they say in the business, it's like we're taking a year to like really come together as a team, and we're it's an off year for us, so we're like really trying to develop new talent, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's essentially
try to psych ourselves
we
up.
suck this year.
Yeah.
In basketball, we have the Celtics in first, Bucks in second. You got the Cavs, the Pacers, the Hawks, the Wizards, the 76ers, and the Raptors all in the top 8. In the West, you got the Suns, the Nuggets, the Pelicans, the Grizzlies, the Clippers, the Kings, the Trailblazers, the Jazz, all in the top 8 spots. Also, the Kings have won 7 of their last 10 games, and they made it so when they win, they shoot off a laser into the sky.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Big fan of that.
They also haven't made the NBA playoffs, I think, since 2004. So they're hoping. Over in hockey, we got the Bruins in first. We got the Devils in first. We have the Stars in first. And we have the Golden Knights in first. But out of all those teams, the Bruins and the Devils are the top 2 in terms of points. And World Cup's going on. I don't really know much about the World Cup. I just know England and USA tied, and everyone was like, woo! And that France has the most points. So, cool.
I'm obsessed with the videos of... Shout out to all the Mexicans in Qatar right now. because the videos are amazing. First off, they're dressed up in the best way possible. But secondly, they're going around teaching people how to say phrases in Spanish that are not what they're going around telling locals, this phrase means, go America or something like that. But they're literally teaching them the Spanish swear words, and it is, I absolutely love it. So they're basically telling them to like go up to Americans and say this stuff, and it's so good. It's so good. I'm like, I love every one of them.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. So shout out to Mexico.
That's sports.
Okay. Let's go to our fact of the day.
Fact of the day. I got 2 short facts for you.
Okay. You know what? I'm down for 2 short facts.
Yeah, 2 short. You know what? Then 3. I found another one that's really good.
Whoa!
All right.
Wow.
Here we go. First one. The opposite sides of dice will always equal 7. That's right. It's 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. All equals 7.
Neat. I never thought about it that way, but you're right. Yeah.
I never thought of it that way either. Look at that. It's interesting.
Is it designed that way, or is it just that's how it ended up being?
I have no idea. I mean, it's got to be designed that way, right? Because why they could have put the dice in any way. I don't know.
I feel like it seems cooler to me because everything, when it's kind of dice related, you're either trying to get 7 or avoid 7. So the fact that it's 7 seems cool, but I don't know if that's just me correlating 2 things that really have nothing to do with each other.
That's possible, yeah. Then we have the average adult spends more time on the toilet than exercising. On average, an adult will spend over 3 hours on the toilet per week, but only 1.5 hours exercising.
Yeah, that checks out. But that's also like you spend more time sleeping than you do exercising. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. I don't spend that much time on the toilet.
Then maybe you're just built different, dude. Maybe you're different.
I think I'm
it
just
did say
built different.
average. It didn't
That's
say
true.
like
I'm not the
physically
average
fit Crendor. Yeah.
I'm not the average American. Plus, when I go to the bathroom, I'm like in and out. That gallbladder, that thing's not there. It'll, I can get some fiber. I'm regular. Boom, no constipation. I'm not sitting there for like 50 minutes straining.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm pre-programmed to hide out in the bathroom sometimes.
That's
like I'll bring my phone. I'll just sit there reading, Twitter. Again, I've said this before. If you ever see me tweet, I'm not on Twitter. I don't like. If you ever see me tweet, I'm definitely in the bathroom.
Is that just because you just enjoy being in the bathroom? It's like a meditative experience, or is it because you're struggling?
No struggle. I just like the door's closed. No one can bug me. No one's gonna try to bug me. You know what I mean?
So it's essentially just your meditative zone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe that's why.
But even at home, like where no one's gonna bug, like there's no one to bug me. I'm like in the bathroom and I'll just sit there for like 20 minutes looking at the internet.
Well, it's because your brain knows.
I'll finish my business a while ago and still be just like surfing the net. Yeah, it's weird.
Your brain knows it's like this is the relaxed time. It's gotten used to it.
I guess so, and I'm fine with that.
And then finally, we have 7% of American adults believe chocolate milk comes from brown cows.
I'm sorry, how many? What was the percentage?
7%. So that's like 1 in 11 almost, isn't it?
Yeah. What is? I'm gonna have to break out the old calculator. I need to know the
12.
actual number.
What would that be? 100 divided by 7?
Oh my God! How do I 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 times 0.07?
14.2, right?
Sure. But I'm saying it's 23 million people.
Oh, I see.
I just want to know how many people were complete idiots. 23 million is the answer. Here's the thing. Of those 23 million, they could be children, though. Some of them could be children.
That's true. Well, they said American adults.
Oh, never mind. Nope, 23 million idiots.
Yeah, so that means out of every 100 people you see, 14.2 of them believe
I'm sure there's some give or take there because again, I did it based off of the number of total American citizens.
Yeah.
So obviously some of them are not adults. So I you know what? We could say 14 million and that'd still be too many people.
It's way too many people to believe that.
But it does explain how a lot of YouTubers have such a big audience.
That's true as well. Yep.
I mean, that clicks with me. I'm like, oh yeah, there's just a lot of dumb people.
Or just like, dude, sometimes I'm like browsing videos or like seeing like other people's TikToks. Like, I was watching a thing where it was like a streamer was doing like a laugh thing, like make me laugh, and they were submitting TikToks. I swear to God, I like didn't laugh for like 30 minutes straight of seeing. I was like, the next one's got to be funny, right? And it just wasn't. It was just dumb. And I was like, is my sense of humor just not related or correlate? It doesn't tie in to what the kids like today.
I can't even like my dude. Every time I go to YouTube without being logged in, or if I'm on a different device, or just when I see normal YouTube that shows people, it's the same 5 people all make the same face and all of them reacting to TikToks, and I'm just like, this sucks. None of this is funny. None of this is good. But they have 84 million views, and I'm like, this. I don't understand. I just don't understand it, and I'm not gonna hate on them. They've clearly they've cracked the code,
right?
But I don't get it. Like, I personally don't know why someone would watch it.
It's like some of it's like the mainstream humor where they like show it on commercials, and you're like, it reaches the most generalized audience, like that type of thing. It's like the corporate humor,
I guess,
where they're gonna be. But then there's like some other dumb humor where it's like there are these people. One TikTok they saw was like it was like a girl being like, hey everybody, here I am, and then the guy'd be like, hello everybody, here I am. There's this like mimicking her, and it had like a bunch of views and I was like, this isn't even funny. He's just like mimicking her. Like, am I dumb? There's like no depth. It's just like, right?
You're absolutely right. There is a set of comedy that falls into the Jay Leno category, where it's like non-offensive, totally actually boring comedy that grandma and mom can watch together kind of thing, you know? And that's a lot of YouTube stuff. But then on the flip side, Twitch has a lot of comedy that is the kind of comedy you'd see at 3 a.m. on Adult Swim that I'm like, I don't think this is for me. The other day, I swear to God, everyone was like, dude, this guy, he and his friends are doing a stream. It's hilarious. I'm like, they set up a tent and they are like, one at a time going into the tent and I think jerking off, and then they're all commenting on each other's stuff. The chat was, everyone was laughing, everyone was eating it up.
That's
and
like
I was like
15-year-old humor of like, dude.
I know.
It's
I was
like the swearing, like, dude, he said a swear word.
Yeah, I get it. I get that that's a comedy that people love. I was like, why would you say that this is something I should watch? Like, if you know me, you know I'm going to be like, this is weird. This isn't cool. This is 4 dudes beating off in the room together. I'm like, this is real weird. Like, this is very strange.
Yeah, it's almost like a weird slapstick style, which, like, I'm not saying it's, like, wrong. Like, everybody's got their own humor and whatever. Like, it's what do you call it? Subjective or object? Which one is it? Subjective, objective? I always get the two mixed up.
It's subjective.
Yeah, subjective. And so it's like, whatever. But it amazes me because I'm always like, it's weird how I find this completely not funny, but other people find it extremely funny. Which I guess can be said for anything. Like, I enjoy watching football, but someone else could watch it and be like, this is so boring. Like, oh my God, what's his name? What's that Tonight Show guy? Jimmy whatever?
Jimmy Fallon?
Easily one of the most unfunny people. I don't know how he has a show. Let alone
a lot of people think he's hilarious, and like, I mean, good for him. He just does not. He's never once made me be like, fucking, like, he just doesn't do it for me.
He gives me weird vibes. He gives me like creepy vibes, like he's a serial killer or something.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I'll be honest, but
yeah, no, I don't like him. But either way, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Maybe we'd be more popular if we like.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. Like I was saying, the dude who was like in the jerk tent, incredibly popular. All these people we see on the front page, the most popular people around, like the most popular YouTubers. So I'm just saying, yeah, it's probably the reason why we're over here complaining on a podcast and not living in a mansion. So yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, we are not gonna have a jerk tent, and we are not going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw the line at the old jerk tent.
Yeah.
I feel like no, it's not for me.
That's why I say it almost feels like high school humor. So I remember being in high school and like kids then just being like, dude, yes, like they would just find shit like that funny. You know what I mean? Or like just saying swear words like, dude, fuck, bro. And everyone's like, he said fuck.
Yeah. I think we're just old. I think we just aged out of being cool. Yeah.
Well.
Or whatever cool was, we never had it.
We never had it. And we still don't have it. And that's fine.
Yeah, I've accepted it. I accepted it a long time ago.
I don't know how we got here from chocolate milk cows, but either way. Oh, wait, I think we were just like, people are dumb. I don't know, something like that. That's your facts of the day.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Menacing wild turkeys led by Kevin are taking a New England city for themselves.
God. Go on. I have so many thoughts, but okay.
A flock of feathered hooligans have been intimidating residents of Woburn, Massachusetts, and their leader is one especially tough turkey, Kevin. The five.
You know what? Usually I hate writing like this, but I'm here for it.
Yep.
Today, I'm here for it.
The five wild birds spend a lot of time, in particular, on the lawn of a woman named Megan Tolson, according to a report from The Guardian, appropriately published on Thanksgiving. Tolson, who gave Kevin his name, characterizes him as the bad egg amongst the otherwise all-female turkey crew. The hens she calls Gladys, Esther, Monica, and Patricia. The women are more mellow and not so territorial, but I think he kind of amps them up to get them going to chase people, she told The Guardian.
Well, of course, it's the guy doing that.
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta go chase them.
Tolson has posted multiple videos showing Kevin lurking near the door of her home or car. They don't let you out of your house, she said. While The Guardian brought national attention to Kevin and his band of rogues, local media has also covered their antics in recent months. They're up at 6 a.m. in my lawn and start chasing us, trying to pop the tires. It's wild. David Scarapiti, a turkey expert with the Wildlife Department, said that these kind of problems arise when turkeys become too habituated to humans. Typically, this happens due to people feeding them directly or from the turkeys freeloading off of bird feeders intended for other kinds of birds. Turkeys are just acting out what they do amongst themselves. He added that running away can fuel the problem because they'll begin to see you as subdominant to them. Instead, he recommends carrying an umbrella and opening it in front of you to frighten off the birds. Meanwhile, Tolson has taken the situation in stride and has even developed some affection for Kevin and co. They kind of grow on you a bit, she said.
There's so much I actually learned now about turkeys and birds.
Yeah.
Like, I love the idea that, look, do not run from them. That makes they have established dominance over you. You must instead shake an umbrella at them.
Honestly, it's like cats. If you run from a cat, they're going to think you're like food, essentially, and they'll chase you down.
Sure. I get it. Fascinating.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy. And then, just don't feed wild animals outside. That's another good one. Some people, they're like, I've been feeding the raccoons outside. And there's like 50 raccoons, and they're like making videos like, it's the raccoon house. And it's like, those raccoons are going to like tear through the windows and shit. Like, where's the food? Where is it? You forgot your one day of feeding. 100%.
Love it. Yes. Absolutely here for it. Yeah. I love a good animal story. They're always my favorite.
Yeah. Just like that, what was the one? The like seal was in the house.
Yeah.
Like, broke in.
The guy with the alligator in the convenience mart.
Yeah.
The snake in the car. Even, you know what? Even Monkey Mondays. I always think back to Monkey Mondays.
That's a staple. Monkey Mondays. They still aren't back.
They were gone. I can't believe they ruined Monkey Mondays for everyone.
Let me just do a quick Google check.
Are Monkey Mondays back?
No. Doesn't look like it. However, there is a
Ruthless
YouTube video called Monkey Monday official music video, but that's not Monkey Mondays.
Yeah, that's not our Monkey Monday.
Yeah, no. So sad times, but that's your big news story of the day.
Okay, well, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening or watching or however you enjoyed this podcast. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
We've got socials. You got the old youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast, all one word. Hit the comment or leave a comment, leave a subscribe, hit a bell, be notified. Neat. You can go youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. That's where all the animations are. Do the same thing over there. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on SoundCloud. We're everywhere except where we aren't. Also, we're on youtube.com/Jesse Cox, youtube.com/Crendor, Twitch TV Jesse Cox, Twitch TV Crendor, Patreon Jesse Cox, Patreon Crendor, Facebook Jesse Cox, Facebook Crendor, Twitch, or already Twitch, Twitter Jesse Cox, Twitter Crendor, TikTok Jesse Cox, TikTok Crendor, Cren Clips, Cox Clips, Warhammer Crendor, that's it.
Okay, that is it for us. Thank you again. We'll see y'all next time. And as always, to be continued.